Hello, I'm Larry Pino. This is to our residents for Tuscan Gardens, our family members and our loved ones. Today is Thursday, April 30th, 2020, and this is my weekly message to you all. Bottom line is, this was a great week. It was a wonderful week for our residents, for their family members, their loved ones, and just across the board, just good stuff. Let me kind of go down the line. First of all, what's the same? So we are continuing the same protocols. No visitors, obviously, per state requirements. We're sheltering in suite. We have masks if anybody has to go out. Associates, of course, always have to wear masks. We're continuing lots of FaceTime, Zoom, Skype with friends and families. So I would encourage you to continue that communication that has turned out to be just a wonderful thing, great thing for our residents. So continue that. We're also continuing creative exercises and different types of activities between associates and our residents, both directly and through our community channels for our communities. So all that goes well. What's new? So starting literally in real time now, yesterday, tomorrow, we are increasing outdoor time. We're always using, of course, social distancing. We're using masks, obviously, but we want to now start getting the residents out of their suites and give them more opportunity for exercise and so forth. So we are increasing that, and we will be continuing to increase that throughout the next week. Starting Monday, we're also going to begin scheduling in-person visits. And this is really very cool. So in one particular situation, we actually have a shield. It's a glass shield, which protects everybody involved. On the other side, it's glass 100%. And we have guidelines and protocols for the protection of both the visitor as well as the resident. But they're 100% separated by this glass. So it gives you the opportunity to once again get your eyes on your loved ones, your family members. So for that, just simply call the community so that you can just schedule it. Obviously, we're going to have distance before and after, which is why you have to schedule, so that we can cleanse between each and every visit on both sides of the glass and provide the necessary protocols for you. But we're delighted to be able to offer this new opportunity for you to set your eyes on your loved ones, as I'm sure that many of you have been waiting to do. We're also, in the meantime, by the way, evaluating testing options. We have really been blessed over these past several weeks with more and more tests which are coming on market that are providing opportunities for different types of objectives. We have our Director of Healthcare Services for all of Tuscan Gardens evaluating the different options available to us. And by next week, I'll have something to communicate to you in terms of how we're going to be using that testing on a go-forward basis. We're also, glad to say, identifying the guidelines and the protocols to be able to begin the process of reopening our dining in our dining rooms. As you remember, there was a point at which we had everybody eating in suite, and we just needed to do that at the time. There now comes a time, based upon what we now know and based upon what we can go forward with, where with appropriate protocols and guidelines, we can bring our residents out of their suites and to be able to provide dining inside our beautiful dining rooms. That's not going to start yet, but by next week, we will have those guidelines and protocols in place so that by the time that I have this message to you next week, we'll have those available and we'll be able to tell you exactly what that looks like. I will tell you just across the board, we were the first to lock down for the protection of our residents. We may very well be the last to open up for the protection of our residents. But what has happened is it has proved to be very beneficial for our residents, and I know that you all appreciate that. Nonetheless, we do have a better understanding of what it looks like right now, so that we are very slowly going to begin the process of opening up so that our residents get better quality of life and at the same time continue to maintain that protection, which from our standpoint is all important and dispositive to these types of decisions. That's about it for this week. It was, as I mentioned to you, it was a good week. So from Janet and myself, from our executive directors, from our leadership teams, from our incredible associates in our communities. We send you our love and God's blessings. Look forward to seeing you next week. And in the meantime, have a wonderful, healthy, and very safe week. Take care. Bye-bye.